So now I am really excited, and it is truly my joy and my privilege to introduce to you StoweGood, and I'm going to start with Stowe Daly. She is a singer, songwriter, best-selling author, and recent cancer survivor. She co-wrote the hit song "Long Time Comin'" for the group Shenandoah. She has co-authored 5 books, including Flying High, which was featured at the I Can Do It conference in Toronto. And I just want to tell you that I've gotten about halfway through Stowe's book, and it is amazing. And I truly would not just say that if I didn't think that. I told her I just wouldn't say anything. But it's so good. So I encourage you, if you have the chance, to get the book. Karen Taylor, good, I got it right, thank you, yes, is the Grammy-nominated songwriter of How Can I Help You Say Goodbye, and other radio hits by Patti Loveless, Al Jarreau, and Melissa Manchester, just to name a few. She has recorded albums and movie soundtracks with Willie Nelson, Al Green, and Dolly Parton. Her songs are used by Child Help USA, the Compassionate Friends, and the National Hospice Foundation. Stowe and Karen have joined forces and now tour as StoweGood. They recently gave a TEDx talk and have shared their musical keynotes, workshops, and concerts across the U.S., Canada, and Ireland. And today, they are blessing us right here at Unity of Springfield. And I would like to invite you to help me welcome StoweGood.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you.
We love you too.
Yes, we do. Well, we're actually going to start with the meditation portion, but before we get you set up for that, we just want to tell you a little bit about the first song of the 2-song meditation piece. A couple years back, we were invited to Unity of Atlanta, and they said, we'd like you to come and do your message and music, and we need you to do the Lord's Prayer, and you can do any version you want.
You never tell that to 2 songwriters. We immediately started studying the Hebrew and Aramaic translations of the Lord's Prayer, found some very beautiful words, and said a prayer, and this song was born. It's called Kingdom of Heaven. So we invite you now, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes for this musical meditation.
Oh God, from whom the breath of life comes, who fills all heaven and earth, may your light shine within us. May we know you're not separate from us. May we feel you in our hearts. Let your will come true. Let us love like you. Thanks for your forgiveness. May we forgive ourselves and others too. Thank you for guiding our steps while we're here. May we walk in love, not fear. When we listen, your message is clear. The kingdom of heaven is here. The kingdom of heaven
is here.
Just breathe into that one. And we will invite the whales in here.
So there are so many different forms, so many different religions, so many different forms of prayer. And the one thing that they all have in common is this tendency to pray out to God.
And our sweet friend, Unity Minister Jim Rosemurgy, in his book, The Prayer That God Prays, invites us to look at prayer in a completely different way.
What if a prayer is not a plea, a desperate call with tears that fall on bended knee, but breathing out, and breathing in, it's God in me that lives and breathes, my trusted friend. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. What if today I had the chance to move and sway? God leads the way in my life's dance. What if I knew without a doubt, no need to fear, God's right here within, without. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My thoughts are words that God is saying. My laughter is the sound of angels playing. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer that God is praying. My life is a prayer.
Amen.
So just take a couple deep breaths and come back to us. Hello. So, I am the elder of the group, and in spite of the gray hair there, I pay a lot to not have gray hair. So anyway, about 6 years ago, I had quite a birthday. It was a really big one. And I'm telling you that I was doing okay until I picked up a People magazine. And I had seen this feature many times before, but I never really saw it. It said, looking good at every age. And it had the row of 20-somethings looking good. And the row of 30-somethings looking good. And then there was the row of 40-somethings and 50-somethings looking good. And then it stopped. Okay. I had barely recovered from that. I was at the hairdresser's a few days later, and I picked up a different magazine. And it had an article, and it said, taking care of your skin at every age. And it told you how to take care of your 20-year-old skin, and your 30-year-old skin, and your 40-year-old skin, and your 50-year-old skin. And then it stopped. And I said, oh my God, I have disappeared. Then I was thinking about the gift that each of those 6 years since that birthday has brought, which is about the gift of about 2 pounds per year. That no amount of body pump or water aerobics seems to have any effect on. Can I get an amen from my, what? And yeah, so we're joking about this, and I do make light of it, but I have to tell you that I really had a really hard time. And as a matter of fact, seriously considered quitting, because I felt like the whole, especially this country, I felt like the message was, time to give it up, honey. And I'm very grateful that I didn't. And I just want to say this. If you are a member of my club, 60 or over, would you stand up, please, and stay standing? Look at these amazing, beautiful people.
Yes.
Stay standing. Stay up. And I just want to say to you that pretty much every song you will hear today is one that I wrote since I turned 60. And so please do not quit what you were put on this earth to do, because the world needs you. Thank you. And that's my soapbox for today. I'm on a table, too. on a soapbox. So this is a song written with our dear friend Karen Drucker, the queen of affirmation songs. She said, we need to write a song that will remind you and me and all of us of the truth. And here's the truth about everybody in here. I am a gift, no matter what age, no matter how I look, no matter what I weigh. I am a gift, and I promise every day, when I look in the mirror, I'll say, I am a gift. Sing that line with us. Here we go. I am a gift. One more time. I am a gift.
I am a gift. I've loved really well, and every year I've lived has a different tale to tell. I've made mistakes, have some regrets, but I promise I'll never forget. I am a gift.
Sing that with us again.
I am a gift.
Yes, you are.
I am a gift. There may be times when I forget the truth about me,
When it seems time and youth are just marching on without me, that's when I might need you to find me and ever so gently remind me that I am a gift. I'm God's precious child.
I was put here on this earth, but only for a while.
So I make this vow, and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole and enough.
I am perfect and whole and enough.
Sing it with
I
us.
am
Perfect and whole and enough. We gotta do it one more time together. I am perfect and whole and enough. Yeah. And I'm a gift.
and I am a gift.
Just keep singing that because it feels good.
I am a gift.
No matter what birthday I just had, I am a gift. No matter what the scale said this morning, I am a gift. I'm a precious child of God, and I am a gift. Ah, that feels better, eh? Mm-hmm. What's next, Solene?
Well, we got the title for this song from, was it Dr. Oz, wasn't it? He said, the body is the temple of our soul. And I said we have some very beautiful temples here today. We would like to invite you to stand up and shake your temple. Do it however you like. Hey, it's May 1st.
That's right.
It's a brand new baby day. Woo! Yeah!
My body is a temple of my soul. My body is the temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is the temple of my soul. Oh, I used to think a body's just a body.
A handy place to hang my clothes.
I didn't treat it nice, no, I was naughty. But Lord, I've changed my ways, 'cause heaven knows. Sing it. My body is the temple of my soul. Yeah. My body is the temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is the temple of my soul.
Yeah, when I was young, I didn't want to hear it. No.
But every year I'm closer to the truth.
It's all connected, body, mind, and spirit.
Oh, good God. You mean no jumbo baby room? No! Because my body is the temple of my soul. Yeah. My body is the temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't want to lose it. My body is the temple of my soul.
That makes it a vessel, holy and special.
To harness its powers, I'll get my 8 hours. Less emails
and text
more dancing
and sex.
Oh, in all things moderation.
Less work.
More vacation.
More veggies and fruit.
For this bodysuit. And most of all, please remember to breathe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My body is the temple of my soul. Yeah. My body is the temple of my soul. My body is the temple of my soul. My body is the temple of my soul. I know I can't abuse it, 'cause I don't wanna lose it. My body is the temple of my soul.
I've only got one of it.
It's up to me to love it. My body is the temple of my soul.
Thank you.
I love these people.
I know. So, I've been doing this unity thing a lot longer than Stowe. And so I know some of you know me and my music and have known it for a while. Why, in the first service, we had people there who had my cassettes. Someone had an 8-track, and this one lovely woman had one of my wax cylinders. No. Okay. But there's a couple things. First of all, are there any other ladies who waited a bit late in life to understand the beauty of having a sister friend, like a best friend woman? Yes? I mean, is it not the best thing? It's the best thing.
Yeah.
I actually have a sister, but she doesn't like me very much. This sister, however, she likes me. But there's a couple things about my best friend, Stowe, that you're not going to believe, and I want to tell you. First of all, up until like 4 years ago, this incredibly talented woman was not sharing her gifts with the world. She's going to tell you a little bit about why. And the other thing you're not going to believe is that this very thin woman, it's a good thing I adore her, 5 years ago, she weighed 40 pounds less and had been recommended for hospice care. She came this close to checking out of this world with her stage 3 cancer. And as you can see now, she's a walking, talking, rocking, guitar-playing miracle woman.
Thank you. Well, I'll tell you why I wasn't sharing my gifts for much of my life. And that is because for way too much of my life, I allowed fear to sabotage my dreams. I was afraid that my voice or my songs or my guitar playing, whatever, weren't good enough. And you know, deep down, I think I was just afraid that I wouldn't be loved for who I am. But I learned the hard way that fear is really toxic to our bodies. And my body took all that fear that I put in it, and it said, if you're not going to live your life, you're going to lose it. And it took me 2 years of having cancer and coming this close to the edge of death before I finally got the message. Fear doesn't stop you from dying. It stops you from living. When I finished this song, I was pretty sure it was going to be played at my funeral. I can't tell you how happy I am to be able to play it for you here today. Live.
Sitting in the back seat of my car, strumming on my old guitar, singing songs with my wooden friend, and thinking back a year
it's almost the end. I still feel the echoes of the day I got the news. When it dawned, I had everything to lose, but prayers of strangers and love of family. And every day I walk this world, it's all a gift to me. 'Cause I got a second chance to laugh and love, to sing and dance, and I know it's a sweet and precious gift, a second chance to live. Some stay a while, some say goodbye. Who knows when? Who knows why? But we all have a chance to try, learning how to love. When it's my time, when all my work is done, he'll call my name and I'll be gone, and I'll finally see my Father's face and stand before the love of his amazing grace. And I'll have a second chance to laugh and love, to sing and dance, and I know it's a sweet and precious gift, a second chance to live, a second chance. Woo-hoo. Thank you very much.
That's my best friend. So we spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time together. It's so weird when we first got together. We'll tell more about it tonight of how that all happened. But we started out by saying, okay, well, let's write one song together and see what happens, which quickly became, why don't we write every Tuesday? Which quickly became, well, how about Tuesdays and Thursdays? And then it was Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and pretty soon it was every day, and then it was let's sing together too. And it's a real God thing.
Yeah, it's a God thing.
It is. So I know that Stowe's biggest life lesson so far, because she's told me, is your journey through cancer, right?
Absolutely.
And mine, thus far, has been the journey I made with my amazing mama through the last 8 years of her life. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my mama. First of all, she was a Leo. Raise your hand if you're one of those. You guys, you know how you are, right? And she was that. She also belonged to Mensa, the Society for Genius IQ People. She was so bright and so proud of her smarts. She was a fabulous artist. She made this ring She was amazing. And she ended up legally blind from macular degeneration and living in a dementia care unit. And I have to tell you, in spite of 30-plus years of these beautiful, powerful unity teachings, where it has been proven to me time and time again that everything happens for a reason, and indeed there is perfection in everything, I could not find the perfection in what was going on with my mama. It just seemed so wrong. I spent time in a very dark place railing at God, saying, well, what is this? This is really mean. The good news is I didn't stay there long, because I thought about these principles, and I said, okay, if there is perfection in this, what's happening with my mama, you got to show it to me. And wouldn't you know that I got the answer through the writing of a song. This song brought me so much peace. And so we want to send it out to any of you who might be going through a similar situation with a parent or a partner or a friend, or if you've been there or if you might end up there. We just send this out with an awful lot of love to you.
This is the woman who had all the answers, the one I would lean on for comfort, for strength. She's never forgotten one grandchild's birthday. Now she can't remember my name, and it makes me so angry. I shake my fist and cry out to the Heavenly One. Why would you play such a cold-hearted trick? I thought your job was to love. And the answer came down from above. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. This is the woman who saw things so clearly, the one who could pick out one crumb on the floor. She saw through a white lie, saw me through love's eyes. She hardly can see anymore. And it makes me so sad, and it just isn't fair. Why should so much be taken away? But when I cry out for all that she's lost, I silently hear someone say, she's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go of some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings. And oh, the wonder she'll see, and I know she'll remember to watch over me. She's gonna fly when her time here is through. First she'll have to let go
some things she can't use. 'Cause people and places, memories and faces are just way too heavy, it seems, to carry on angels' wings, to carry on angels' wings. Love note. If you are going through a difficult time with one of your parents now, if you have become the parent and they the child, if they are not who they were and you find yourself confused, stressed, and angry, I understand. I know this is not easy, and it's all right, and it's perfect. Breathe, cry, go to a ridiculous movie, take a walk, find a support group, consume moderate amounts of chocolate, and take good care of yourself. My heart is with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I have asked Stowe to share my favorite pages from her lovely, beautiful book. They're my favorite pages because they will show you in an instant how brave she is and how willing to be vulnerable. Is it story time?
It's story time.
Okay.
Thank you. So back a few years ago when I was going through that journey of cancer, I did what most people do when they're diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. I put all the focus on my body because my body was broken. My body needed healing. But the amazing thing about that journey was that along the way, I found out there was something much deeper that needed healing, and that was the wounds of my soul. And I was very fortunate to meet a lovely woman down in Florida who does kind of intuitive healing work, and spent some time with her, and she helped me see some things. This is an excerpt from a conversation we had. "Do you love yourself, Stowe?" Marilyn asked. "I mean, really love yourself." "Yes," I answered too quickly. "She studies me. Over the last few months, I've learned that Marilyn is one of those special people who has not only the gift of healing, what some call laying on of hands, but she also has the ability to see beyond the surface, perhaps what's called the gift of knowledge. In other words, she intuitively knows what people are thinking. When I look in her eyes, she smiles, and I have the feeling she is on to me. You know, she says, 'Right now, you look just like your daughter, Grace.' Thanks. That's quite a compliment. Yes, she's a special little girl." Again, Marilyn studies me. She leans in closer. "You've told me about your past, Stowe, how your mother died when you were young, and how your father put you and your brother into foster care. And I know you were abused emotionally and sexually. I can only imagine that throughout all of that, you must have felt abandoned, unloved." Yes, my voice is barely a whisper. "And perhaps as a child, you thought that if the world didn't love you, if your family didn't love you, maybe you didn't deserve to be loved." My jaw tightens and I lower my eyes. The room suddenly feels hot. Am I right? I nod slowly. "Okay, I want you to do something for me now. Close your eyes and imagine a few of the bad things that happened to you as a child. Can you do that? Yes? All right. Now I want you to imagine those things happening to Grace." Oh, I cry out suddenly, no. Tears sting my eyes. This is an unbearable thought. Marilyn reaches out to me, placing her hand on mine. Okay, now I want you to see yourself as you see Grace, to picture the beautiful child that you are. Love her like you love Grace.
If you're willing, would you close your eyes, please? Because perhaps once we've learned to love ourselves, we can become aware of an even greater love. So if you can, we'd like you to imagine the voice of God.
Child of mine, my beloved one, darling daughter, special son, you have never been alone. In my heart, you're always home. I'm not sure you understand. I am your greatest fan. Do you know how adored you are? How your precious heart is honored here. Do you know that you are loved and you're enough? Just the way you are. Do you know how adored you are? As a babe, you came to earth with secrets of the universe, but you forgot along the way. You are cherished, you are safe. I'm right here in everything you do. Take a breath, I'm breathing you. Do you know how adored you are? How your precious heart is honored here. Do you know that you are loved and you're enough? Just the way you are. Do you know how adored you are? And oh, how you would love yourself, sweet child of mine, if only you could see yourself through my eyes. You would know how adored you are, how your precious heart is honored here. You would know that you are loved and you're enough, just the way you are. It's yours to believe, yours to receive. Do you know how adored you are?
beautiful, beautiful spirit you are.
You can open your eyes and come back.
Well, we just want to, in closing, want to remind you that the kingdom of heaven is here.
And because you are a unique and special gift to this world, your life is a prayer that God is praying.
So please, oh please, don't let fear stop you from living out your prayer.
And remember that there is perfection in every part of these big, beautiful, messy lives. Maybe especially when we can't see it.
Yeah. And lastly, and most importantly, you are loved beyond measure. And so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.